Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It is David over at Seamless.ai. Appreciate you guys jumping on today. I had to share a couple of things that I've been finding doing some self-sourcing on the lead generation side that I think would be helpful for people in my network, since I do work with a lot of you guys that are also, and girls that are in sales, marketing, and asking me this question all the time. Better ways to identify people in your target market where your product or your service would be a relevant conversation. So this is more about timing. How do you time it correctly to where you're getting in front of your target audience in the right manner, and where they need your service or product? So the first thing that I would suggest is to focus on events, right? So this is mainly what I want to talk about today. Um, Events that trigger a need for your product or service. And I kind of have seen people use this strategy to some great success. Mainly one of our sales directors, Ryan, loves to target people within their first 90 days or 30 days of starting at a new company, especially if they are decision making role, because we have found that decision makers end up spending a lot of their budget in the first 90 days. So if you're introducing new technology, you're introducing new software, identifying people that do have that job change is going to be super critical to get that conversation going, because most of the time they're evaluating tools, ways to improve right away. So let me show you what we do here. I've got LinkedIn Sales Navigator pulled up. You don't necessarily have to have LinkedIn Sales Navigator. You can do this on free LinkedIn, but Sales Navigator allows you to just focus on this specific trigger. So I would go into like a saved search within Sales Navigator, and you might see this new result. New results, because they are updated daily and weekly, it means that you've got people that are entering this market that have the title that is related to like your search when you're building your lists. And the cool thing about working with a company like Seamless is what we actually are able to do ourselves is we go right to the spotlight, change jobs in 90 days. And these 118 people that are relevant to us, I can actually get their day one email, their day one phone number, based on a link, a seamless search. I would just hit find all, do a quick search of everybody within this, event trigger. And that way I can get in front of the competition. I can be kind of first to mind. A lot of times people do bring their own biases from like outside of their, from their previous roles to apply, but they're also open to new ideas. But people are overloaded with decisions that they have to make, and they might go through a round of evaluation, or they might just go with what they're comfortable with. I've had that happen to me in the past. So getting there quickly before they have to make that decision is really, really crucial and important. So if you have a way to leverage a tool like Seamless to get contact information, that's going to be really beneficial. Or you can try the LinkedIn InMail route. That could work for you as well. What I have also found is that going off of your in CRM or not in my CRM is going to be really nice to help me with keeping the accounts that I already have. So 3 months ago, Andrew left his previous role, and he's already working with us and is now at a new role. So this is a perfect person to target so that I can retain that relationship with him and make sure that we're getting in the conversation with the new role over there as well. So that's something that is like a trigger around a new hire, job changing, that kind of thing. Another way to do this would be based on funding, right? So if you are something that's going to be able to fuel growth or is necessary when a company goes from X size to this size, or if they need a certain amount of budget to be able to work with you, then you can go off of funding information, and that would be based on just a simple Crunchbase search, identify who's getting the funds, and then you would be able to have a relevant conversation based on that. Again, you need contact information to do that. So a lot of times people would leverage Seamless, or they would go into finding their LinkedIn or scouring the internet manually to get their email and then sending it that way. but any kind of lead generation is going to get you in front of that person immediately. Another thing would be if people are hiring. For me, I have found that when people are hiring certain roles, so like hiring new SDRs, they need something to fuel growth. And if they're hiring SDRs, it also means that they are looking for ways to give the SDR something to do, or they're maintaining, churn within the organization, that sort of thing. But if somebody, and you can take a look at companies that are like under 3 to 5 years old, if they're hiring a lot of people, it means that they're growing and they might need your product or service. So these are just a couple of things that I would focus on that are triggers before things get bought and purchased. So I worked in the automotive industry for a long time, and we would always see people come in after a graduation or before a graduation, once they get married, once they move to a new city, once they purchase a house, they also like to purchase a car, job promotions, that kind of thing. And it led me to think about, in the software world, is there similar triggers? And there absolutely is. Job changes is one, hiring is one, funding is one. And if you have other ways that you can identify that, please comment down below so we could kind of share that within the group of followers. Appreciate you guys checking out this video. I hope it was helpful. And if you guys have any interest in any kind of lead generation or would like to get some information on how to maximize this list, build a list using Seamless, I'm happy to chat with you on that. If not, no worries at all. Thank you very much for checking out the video. Hope to share it and meet with you guys soon. Thanks.